Hello, my lovelies, my tribes, my tarot detectives. I decided to go ahead and do this reading. This has been kind of widely requested. I've had a lot of you ask about, oh, that's my crystal ball. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, I've had a lot of you ask about how does the IDAHO 4 feel about the demolition of the house. So that's kind of what I'm going to get into in this video. I'm going to go one by one and then as a collective, excuse me, I'm getting choked up. As a collective message. How do they feel about the demolition of the house? And as always, this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes only, not based on fact. I am just a blonde reading tarot cards, whatever falls on the table. Okay, let's dig in. Let's dig into this, shall we? Okay. Okay. I just want to get an overall feel. Okay. An overall feel for all four of you combined with the mystery house. Give me an overall feel for, as a collective, for four of you. What are your thoughts on the demolition of this house, of the house that you lived in, the house that you called home? And the house in which you passed. Okay. What do we have? Oh, okay. Feminine energy. Haunted, tortured souls. Okay. Right away, the girls, as a collective, are haunted and torture. It feels like torture that the house is going to get torn down. Avoiding, running. Seems like that there's like a rocking chair in here and it's very, very dark. Wizard, magician, casting spells, warlock. Okay, there is something sinister about this. They are saying the girls are not happy. The girls are tortured over it. And really confused as to why they're doing this. It feels like somebody is avoiding. And the warlock, the organization, the CULT, etc. The head of... I apologize. Luna's actually being mischievous tonight. She's being mischievous. I apologize. The cat, I don't know what her deal is. But she's agitated. She's agitated right now. Anyhow. You know, they're avoiding. They're avoiding something here. Can I have a card for those? Unexpected guest. Ghosts. Tied up and trapped. Okay. Okay, I understand. They're saying what's going on is the Warlock is trying to avoid the ghost that has him trapped. In other words, it's like a little bit of a play on words, okay? In other words, the Warlock is going to be haunted by this. If that house stands, the big guy is going to be haunted by it. And so to avoid being haunted and being bound and tied up over this, he wants the house to come down. And the girls are really confused as to why the courts will let this happen. Because they're unable, the feminines are saying they're unable to rest. And they're very anxious about this. Ethan's keeping quiet. He's waiting for his time to talk. Okay, Ethan. It is your time to talk, honey. About what you have to say, Ethan. We're starting with him. Ethan, what do you have to say about this house being torn down? What do you have to say about this house being torn down? Okay, Ethan. What do you have to say? Eight of Cups in the reverse. High Priestess in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles. Hermit. Oh my God. Hierophant. 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 Pop quiz. Who's the Hierophant in my readings? Do 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 do. The organization, whoever they are. Odin, Sigma Chi, whoever, university, cartel, whoever that Hierophant is, or whoever that organization is the Hierophant. So what is he saying? Kind of like the girls were talking about, the Warlock, the head honcho, the manipulator, trying to run from a ghost, the ghost of this. He doesn't want this to come back and haunt him and tie him up or lock him up. They can't run. Upright is running away. Ethan is saying there is no place that these people can run and hide. He knows where they're at. And you want to talk about ghosts? We have ghosts here. Haunting. Oh my. We got a really angry Ethan. Okay. High Priestess in the reverse. Cat's out of the bag. And this is part of what he's trying to avoid. Afraid of the secrets that are going to come out in regards to that house. 10 of Pentacles. The family. That family, his family home. Allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only. Hermit. This dude's definitely trying to stay out of the media also. Don't expect any interviews. Just saying. He's in hermit mode. He's hiding. Running away and hiding right now. So Ethan, is angry. The girls are confused. The girls are upset. Okay, Zanna. I'm going to use a different deck for Kaylee and Maddie. But, Zanna. What you got to say, Zanna, about this house being destroyed? No, they said to save that deck. Okay. Okay, we'll save that deck. Zanna. Oh, pick up Ethan's cards? Okay. I'm thinking that there's going to be repeat cards in this. Supposed to pick up Ethan's cards. And reshuffle. That's unique. Usually, sometimes I'll pick them up. But very rare. I usually leave them out and put the next person's cards out. They're like, no, pick them up. Okay. She wants to use the whole deck. She goes, I'm not talking from a half deck or half stacked here. I am fully here. And she wants the whole deck. Okay. Kind of makes sense. And I will do the same for the other two. Then we'll get some final thoughts through another tarot deck from the 4 of them. Okay, Zanna, what do you have to say about this house being torn down? Queen of Wands. This bitch shows up all the time in my readings. This is one of the witnesses. I used to think Dylan, but I'm kind of... The last one reading that I did for Bethany, Bethany was showing up as the Queen of Wands. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Cups. Death. She's not speaking about the house as much. Okay. 9 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. What she is saying is that there is a female, but it's not representing one of the witnesses. But the 3 of them, the 3 girls, the collaboration of them, they're not in agreement or on board with the decision to move ahead. She's saying you may not have always been great, but they did have some happy memories in that house. And they're tearing down the house that she passed in. Okay. But how do you feel about it? Okay, she's pointing out the witness too. And she still heard that there's the witness not working with law enforcement or with others for the truth. What is it? We're going to go over here to... this 9 of Wands is a tearing down of walls. And that's a tearing down of the house. So I think she needs to finish your thoughts on that. Tell me more about this tearing down, this 9 of Wands. Zana. This 9 of Wands. Empress. King of Swords. In the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. This is saying that this feels like a prominent female. We got 2 females here. That are lying and it's too soon to tear down the house. I am actually hearing, I'm going to ask her for confirmation, but it's like, it's not so much the tearing down the house, it's the timing of it. That's Zanna's feelings. Okay? It's too soon. It's not time to tear it down yet. And she is pointing out, too, 2 witnesses. One of them is the head bitch. The other one is not too far behind. The other one is pretty cunning herself. Okay? And Zanna is saying it's too soon. If the walls could talk, they would reveal the witnesses' roles. And I will leave it at that. On allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only. I'm not accusing Bethany or Dylan of anything. I'm just telling you there's something there, whether it's about negligence by not calling 911 or scrubbing or whatever. There's something there that Zanna wants exposed. Now that's what I need confirmation on, Zanna. Is there something in the house that either proves or disproves, or let's just say the original statements given by the witnesses? Is there something in the house that could disprove something? 5 of Wands. In the reverse. That is arguing and fighting to the extreme. That's arguing and fighting to the extreme. Hangman in the reverse. From their perspective, Nine of Cups in the reverse. What this is saying is, she's just saying that the witnesses are trying to avoid confrontation because they do not want to be hung out to dry. They're trying to avoid being on public display. They're trying to avoid a hanging. In other words, the witnesses are afraid that some kind of ramifications of their lack of inaction. And they do not want that to be exposed. So, they're trying to stay out of the limelight. And if there is something in that house that does point to the severity and an escalation. Anything else, Zanna? If Zanna doesn't feel like Zanna's done. Four of Wands in the reverse. The house coming down. Okay, what else? What about the house coming down? What about the house coming down? Is there protection? No. No, that's not what it means. The Four of Wands is a block. The destruction of the house needs to be blocked. Now Zanna's done. She wanted to go through all of that stuff. She's really angry and hurt about the lack of response, per se, when the catastrophic fighting was going on in that house that night. She wanted to get that off her chest. Then she decided at the very end that she was done, and she said the destruction of the house needs to be blocked. Okay. Maddie. Okay, Maddie, what do you have to say about this? Maddie, what do you have to say about the house being demolished? It's just less than 2 weeks away, Maddie. How do you feel about this house being demolished? I've noticed that out of the four, Zana and Ethan seem to always be the most vocal. Let's see if Maddie proves them wrong. Okay, Maddie. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Not happy. She's coming. She's shooting straight from the hip. Lovers in the reverse. Oh my gosh. Page of Cups in the reverse. 4 of Swords in the reverse. Five of Swords. She feels that that is a betrayal of their memory and that their passing would have been in vain. Okay? She feels she can't rest. You know, that R.I.P., rest in peace. And she says, fuck that shit. There is no rest for any of them, is what Maddie said. Cannot rest because of all the corruption. And she's speaking of lovers, the choice. I know who this is. Okay. A female and her boyfriend that are still living. I'll leave it at that. You online sleuths probably know who that is. She's saying something about them, but she is not happy about the decision. And there's something here about not so nice words or treatment between her and a set of lovers. And she's not talking about Ethan and Zana. Okay. Maddie, do you want to elaborate any more about this lovers in the reverse? Broken lovers. What are you saying, Maddie? No, that's not who I thought it was. This is a couple that broke up. About somebody being, instead of loving, being loving, lighthearted, no friends. There is no room for friendship after the breakup. I'm feeling that lover boy energy that snapped and took. She's calling him right out. And I will not say his name. Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. There's the nightmare. Because somebody felt cheated, that it was all a one-sided relationship. She's giving a little, they're giving clues for legal purposes, even though I say for entertainment purposes only. I cannot call out on YouTube and say, so-and-so is one of the unalivers. I can't. I can only feed you the clues. You have to come to your own conclusion. Unfortunately, that's what kind of world we live in. Back in my younger days, we can call a spade a spade. You know? Not now. Not now. Not that I have a whole lot that anybody could get from me, because I don't. But it still would destroy my channel. YouTube would take my channel down. You know, that kind of stuff. Or remove those videos. Maybe even demonetize me. So I And those of you that keep on saying, well, who did it, who did it, who did it, just say it, just say it. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. And there is no other reader out there who can, unless they have the balls not to care if their YouTube channel is deleted and if they are sued. Okay? So we can give hints and clues. You have to do your own research. You have to read between the lines. You have to engage your own intuition. And there's a reason why I'm going into all that. It's just I felt like I need to say it. Maddie's giving clues, and I'm leaving it at that. Okay, Kaylee. So now we will move on to Kaylee. Kaylee, what do you have to say about the demolishing of the house, tearing it down, destroying it? What do you have to say about this, about the house? I shit you not. Tower in the reverse. You have to be really new to tarot to not know what the tower is. Upright is bring it on down. The tower falling. Destruction. In the reverse is avoiding destruction. No tearing it down. This here is a very straightforward answer. She doesn't want it tore down. And to me, it seems like Zanna's the only one that it wouldn't bother her if it got tore down later. It's just right now, it can't be torn down. Okay? Stop that wheel. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. These are both two stop cards. These are two big, huge no's. Totally against it. I don't need any more from Kaylee. Kaylee is telling me to stop. She goes, how many more cards do I have to toss out for you to give you my answer? Chariot in the reverse. Put on the brakes. We got 3 cards here from Kaylee that are big no, big red stop sign cards for tearing down that house. And Kaylee's usually the one that's the least talkative out of the 4. And she's not saying anything about what happened in that house last night. She's just, that night, not last night, that night. Well, she kind of said last night, because to her, it feels like it just happened. Because there is no sense of time on the other side. What a year is to us might only be minutes to them over there. I mean, it's very fast up in the ethereal. That's why there is no sense of time. To her, it feels like just minutes ago when shit went down. Okay? So, she said last night. So maybe a day ago, it feels like to her. But she is saying no. And she's not talking too much. The only thing that I'm hearing is she says, I had my whole life planned out. I knew where I was going. And I was robbed of my future. And that came down as a download to me from her. So, okay. This is one of them decks. This is an angel deck. This is one of the very few decks that I will not use reversals in. Even though I could. It's just that this is the energy of this deck. No reversals. These are supposed to be angel-like, even though it's a Rider-Waite based deck. Even the negative cards in here, the energy of this deck challenges me as a reader to find the positive side of each card. So I don't use this deck very often. On special occasions, and I just felt that I needed to use it. I pulled it out just in case, and they definitely wanted me to use this deck for their messages. What are your final thoughts for everybody watching this? Please, what are your final thoughts for everybody watching this? Your final thoughts? Yeah, they want me to get this wrapped up because they want me to get this editing done real quick and uploaded. It's getting late. It's after 9 p.m. Eastern Time right now. Okay, the star. There's still hope. They want everybody to heal. Okay? But don't lose hope. There's Zana and Ethan coming through. Zana and Ethan, don't lose hope. The Hierophant. Again, I'm not going to give you another pop quiz. Don't lose hope. Have faith. Seven of Swords. Seven of Cups. Four of Swords. Okay. They're saying, okay, do not lose hope. And they're pointing me out of the traditional lover's meaning and going to the choice. Do not lose hope. For the choice that was made by the Hierophant to be deceitful and steal their lives okay, and the confusion. And they're saying, they're pausing, okay, there's a card missing. But basically, all the lies and the confusion. Don't lose hope in that. The truth is going to come out. When it does, they will rest in peace, the four of them. So they're saying there is a lot of confusion, lies, and deception around what happened to the four of them. Okay? And they don't want anybody to lose hope. And Zana and Ethan are chiming in very, very strong that the decisions made by the Hierophant, okay, to be sneaky and to lie and deceive and put up that smoke screen, the false narrative that is being fed to the media is what they are saying, okay? Okay, and they want me to draw more cards, okay? 3 more. Six of Pentacles. Queen of Wands again. and the Chariot. Okay. There is confusion around the witness of what they saw and contributions. Who contributed to the Four Swords? But moving forward, we're talking about the mode of transportation. Okay. What about that mode of transportation? What about the mode of transportation? Ace of Wands. The Moon. The real motivation. And the King of Wands. Are you fucking kidding me? King and Queen of Wands is a pair, is a match. We have also the fucking Lovers here. They're giving more clues to involvement. And that which is hidden. Motive. Okay. What about it? But that doesn't answer about the... Oh, by night? Okay. There's illusions about the vehicle. But they had to add that little thing in there too. They're really angry with somebody in particular. A particular individual they're really, really angry with. They really want me to get my channel shut down. Two of Cups. Partnership. They're trying to give a lot of hints. You have to come to your own conclusions. Ace of Cups. Doesn't feel like a brand new... This feels like a pretty new... Oh, there's more than one partnership here. Oh, snap. They're pointing out motive. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But give me a chance to put this into words, please. The Chariot. Where are you, Chariot? Where are you, Chariot? Oh, right here. That's the confusion. That's the whole defense case. That's where the lies and deception are coming in to throw people off track. To get people, the smoke screen is around the car, the mode of transportation. That doesn't exist. That's what they just said. That's where the smoking screen is. Everybody concentrating, everybody besides us sleuths, okay, focusing on that car to nail Brian Kohberger. There's so much more to it. They're alluding to a couple, a partnership. Masculine, feminine. Okay? Two of Cups and Lovers, come on. I mean, they're throwing it out there, and they're throwing out the Ace of Cups. I mean, seriously. Seriously. Two of Cups and the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Wands, King of Wands. This screams a committed romantic partnership. And the real motives being hidden. Because we had I think the Two of Cups was in the reverse position. But there was a break in another connection. Okay? This is clue number 2. A break in another connection. That somebody had the hots, was in love with somebody else that was in a committed relationship. Or somebody, no, they're correcting me. There's a broken, they said just turn this up. There was a broken lover's connection. Oh, it was a Six of Pentacles, one side, that was one-sided. Oh, I see. They're bringing me back to the other spread. No wonder I'm confused. They're showing me the cards, and I'm like, wait a second, none of these cards were in reverse because I wasn't doing reverse in this deck. They're showing me the cards in the other deck. That's why I'm getting confused about reverse and non-reverse right now. I apologize. It's just the way the downloads and the images are coming to me. But basically, there was a broken lover's connection. Somebody felt that they were cheated. And it was all one-sided. Lost their shit. Clue number 2. Clue number 3. The Hierophant and the original Queen and King of Wands in this relationship, Two of Cups. This was a totally separate motive. Multiple motives. Two sets of perpetrators. Two sets of crimes. Two motives. And this, my folks, is where I'm dropping the mic.